If you're wondering why plenty of intelligent people are unhappy, you might have discovered the answer. Often, brilliant individuals don't focus on experiencing joy because they figure other things are more important, even if happiness is a priority for many others. These people never consider how their decision to disregard pleasure could affect them long term. Several studies have found that a person's level of happiness is not determined by intelligence or education. Intelligent people are more likely to suffer from depression than others. However, this does not mean that all intelligent people are unhappy. Suppose you can identify the reasons why intelligent people are often unhappy. In that case, you can take steps to change those factors in your own life. The first step is acknowledging that there may be a problem. Once you have done that, you can begin making changes to your lifestyle that will help improve your mentality and make you a happier person overall. Shelling out unhappiness is something that many intelligent people face. If other brilliant individuals in your life seem unhappy, use this information to help them. By being aware of the factors that contribute to this issue, you can work on finding a solution for yourself. 11 reasons why highly intelligent people tend to be unhappy. Why are knowledgeable individuals suffer from depression and unhappiness? Let's look through a few problems that prevent even the most intelligent people from being content. Number 1. They overthink. Highly intelligent people tend to overthink, and they examine every circumstance of their lives. They spend hours mulling over conversations, reading body language, and a variety of seemingly irrelevant aspects to find solutions. You may have noticed that they also analyze the benefits and drawbacks of every scenario. Depression could develop if you constantly struggle with this issue in your life. The more frequently your mind brings up past events and causes you to dwell on them, the more miserable you will feel. Since your mind is a source of your feelings, having uncomfortable thoughts will lead to misery on your part. When we give too much thought to a problem, we do not choose anything. Suppose you are unable to decide which path to pursue. In that case, you will ultimately arrive at the same destination and nothing will be resolved. It will make your life much more complex and miserable than it already is. Number 2. They might be too hard on themselves. Knowledgeable people are often their own worst critics. If they make a mistake, they will dwell on it and replay the event repeatedly in their minds. They might also berate themselves for not being good enough at something. This way of thinking can quickly lead to feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. It can also be the catalyst for developing depression or anxiety. If you are too hard on yourself, finding happiness in your life will be difficult. Number 3, they get easily bored. Those who are smart continuously want to push themselves and do more, which can sometimes make it hard for them to stop and appreciate the life they have in the present moment. When something interesting or exciting does come their way, they might feel happy for a short while. However, once that initial burst of enthusiasm subsides, they're usually already eager to move on to the next phase of their lives. They aren't happy with where they are in life because they're always looking toward the future. They stop caring for things as soon as their initial interest starts to decline, rather than trying to make an effort to bring back that enjoyment. This can cause them to give up on projects, even when it's almost complete. If your mind tends to wander and you have trouble focusing on one task, it will be hard for you to stick with anything. You'll also find yourself constantly thinking about new projects or ideas instead of completing the task. Additionally, you're likely always to crave something new and exciting. Number 4. They have fewer friends. Another reason why highly intelligent people tend to be unhappy is that they generally have fewer friends. Studies show that the more intelligent someone is, the less social they will be. It's not that these individuals don't want to be around other people. Still, it's usually more challenging for them to connect with others. This is likely because they often think differently than most people and might have trouble relating to others. If you're unable to connect with others, it can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. These emotions can be tough to deal with, eventually affecting your mental health. Number 5, they live in their heads. Brilliant people often live inside their heads. They constantly think and analyze things, making it difficult for them to focus in the present moment. This way of thinking can cause you to miss important aspects of your life. It can also lead to anxiety and stress, since you constantly worry about what will happen next. If you constantly think and worry, it might be time to take a step back and live in the present moment. Try to focus on the things that are happening right in front of you and appreciate the life you have. Number 6, they're perfectionists. Another reason why highly intelligent people tend to be unhappy is that they're often perfectionists. They have high standards for themselves and their lives and always strive to reach that ideal. However, the reality is that no one is perfect and life will never be perfect. This way of thinking can cause stress and anxiety since you always try to achieve something impossible. It's important to remember that it's okay to make mistakes. Everyone does it, and it's a natural part of life. Instead of beating yourself up over your imperfections, try to learn from them and move on. Number 7, they're always in competition with others. Highly intelligent people tend to be unhappy because they compete with others. They compare themselves to those around them and strive to be better than everyone else. This way of thinking can lead to a lot of envy and jealousy. It can also make you feel like you're not good enough, no matter how hard you try. It's important to remember that everyone is different and that you don't have to be the best at everything. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own strengths and accomplishments. Number 8, people expect too much from highly intelligent people. Having a quick wit comes in handy, but it also has the potential to set expectations too high for those around you. By being exceptional at what you do, others will also start seeing and expecting that from you in the future. More often than not, they'll want you to be able to collaborate and make decisions efficiently without any solid prep time. You're under a lot of pressure when you feel like you have to impress everyone around you, and it's exhausting. Constantly being on the lookout for others' approval prevents you from relaxing and enjoying yourself. Let go of that worry and just have some fun. Anxiety about falling short of others, be they parental, social, or professional expectations, is common. Also, due to high expectations, people would pick up on even the slightest slip-up. Number 9, knowledgeable people are not able to find their passion. When you're good at everything, figuring out what you want to do with your life is hard. You have many options and opportunities available, but it can be tough to choose just one. It's easy to feel lost when you don't know what you're passionate about. However, it's important to remember that everyone goes through this at some point. The best way to find your passion is to experiment with different things and see what you enjoy. There's no rush to figure it out, so take your time and enjoy the journey. Number 10, they have high expectations for themselves. As we mentioned, knowledgeable people often have high standards for themselves. They're always striving to be the best and reach their full potential. However, this way of thinking can lead to stress and anxiety. You might feel like you're not good enough or not reaching your goals. Remember, comparison is a thief of joy. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your progress and achievements. Be proud of how far you've come. And don't be too hard on yourself if you make a mistake. Number 11. They have trouble settling down. Intelligent people tend to be unhappy because they have trouble settling down. They're always looking for new opportunities and adventures, making it difficult to commit to one thing. This way of thinking can lead to a lot of restlessness and dissatisfaction. You might feel missing out on something or not reaching your full potential. For instance, you might have difficulty committing to a relationship because you fear missing out on other opportunities. Or you might feel like you need to reach your full potential at work because you're always looking for something better. It's important to remember that it's okay to change your mind. You don't have to stick with something if it's not making you happy. Instead, focus on finding what makes you fulfilled and pursue that. Knowledgeable people often have a hard time because they tend to overthink things. If you can relate to any of these 11 reasons, it's essential to work on changing your mindset. Remember that happiness is a choice, and you can be happy no matter your circumstances. What do you think are other reasons highly intelligent people tend to be unhappy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.